Hey everyone, Diabetic Danica here, and today I wanted to show you the 4 different ways to bolus on the Animas insulin pump. I'm also going to explain when you would use each bolus. So first off, you want to take out your pump, or if you don't have one yet, look at mine, and you basically go, I'll get a little bit closer, to the menu, and the first one on there is bolus. And then it's going to show you these 4 options. So the first one's normal, so we're going to do that, and it looks like this. And basically, a normal bolus would be if you had a great blood sugar and you knew your insulin to carb ratio, you could figure out in your head, and you would just go ahead and bolus based on how many units you know that you need. So let's say I need 2 units. So my insulin to carb ratio is 1 to 10, and so if my blood sugar was good and I knew I was having 20 grams, I would just go ahead and put in 2 units. And bolus for that. Second on the list is easy carb. Easy carb, super cheesy, but this is basically if your insulin to carb ratio is like 1 to 7 or 1 to 12 or something a little bit more complicated than 1 to 10 to figure out, then you can go ahead and actually put in how many carbs you're having. So let's say I'm having 5, which isn't a lot, that's actually 6. Then it can go ahead and calculate how much insulin you should give based on your insulin to carb ratio. As you can see right here, my insulin to carb ratio is 1 to 10, and so it'll just calculate that for you. The third option is called EasyBG, and they really like the acronym EASY or whatever, or easy. Woohoo, funny. But yeah, so this one is easy blood glucose. And so you can just go ahead and put in your blood sugar, and it starts you at 80. And you can just go up or down from there. So let's say I was 150. As you can see, it takes the number that you are, which in this case 150, minus your target, and mine happens to be 120. And then it uses the ratio of how much 1 unit lowers your blood sugar. So for me, it's 1 unit lowers me 60. And so it uses that to calculate how much more insulin to give if you're high, or how much less insulin to give for your meal if you're low. If you're low and you're bolusing for other stuff, it can subtract how much you don't need to bolus because you're low. And then the fourth and final one, and actually the inspiration for this video, because I've gotten a couple questions about what a combo bolus is. So that's number 4. It's called the combo bolus on the Animas. On the Mini-Med, this type of bolus is called the dual wave bolus, I guess. And then combo bolus is for when you're eating carbs that are absorbed really slowly, and so they're going to be spread out over a long period of time. A good example of this is pizza. There's something called the pizza effect, which is basically when you eat pizza, it doesn't all absorb the carbs right away. It kind of takes a while, and so your carbs are doing this over a long period of time, but your insulin is just spiking you up and then going and not being there. And so what ends up happening is your insulin spikes, and this is when you go low because your carbs are down here, and then it comes down, and you correct for the low, and you have all these other carbs hitting you at the same time, and you just get overwhelmed with carbs, and you go high. Woo! So it's a low, followed by you correcting for the low, but all the other pizza carbs are coming in, and you go high. Yippity-doo. So a way to prevent this is the combo bolus, or the dual wave. Basically, the combo bolus spreads out your insulin to match the spread outness of the carbs. Spread outness? Sure, that's a word. So first you can choose how many units you want to give. And if I was having 2 pieces of pizza, for me that would be 6 units. So it's about 60 carbs, and I am on a 1 to 10 ratio. So here we go, 6 units. And then the next option is how many hours you want it to be spread out over. So I'm just going to go 2 hours. Probably good for me. It's going to be different for everyone though. And then finally you get to choose the percent of insulin that you want now and the percent of the insulin that you want later. So I'm just going to say give me 60% of it now, which happens to be 3.6 units, and 40% of it over the next 2 hours, which is 2.4 units. And then you just hit go, and you will have an active combo bolus listed on your screen. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not actually eating pizza, but it will show up on your screen and so you know that it's still happening and you don't get confused and bolus more or anything like that. So those are the 4 options for bolusing on the Animas pump. As you can see, it's really, really helpful for just really calculating things for you. So if your insulin to carb ratio is kind of difficult, or it's really easy because you just put in your carbs, you can put in your blood sugar together, and it'll calculate how much you need for your carbs and your blood sugar, and it just takes so many things into account. It'll subtract your IOB, which is your insulin on board. This is just insulin that's still working in your body from a previous bolus, and so it's really, really good at taking all the variables into account as best as it can, and then you can bolus from that. So that's it. Have a great day, everyone. Feel free to like this video and subscribe if you wanna. Bye.